All right. So I'm going to obviously hop right in this. Okay, so I got the message already, and I was scrolling with the fire. This is what I had wrote. They really want you to focus on bringing in, the diamond colored light and the gold light. The golden light can represent the Merkaba, and that is your vehicle or vessel. So really, really, really making sure that you are surrounding yourself in that as well. The golden light, diamond light, source, right? So I got the words indifference. Um, so indifference basically, it's lack of interest, concern, or sympathy, unimportant. Okay. And then I got restabilizing. So right now, a lot of you could be feeling some back pain, stomach pain, leg pain, just pretty much aches throughout your body. Again, your body is trying to bring in these new light codes, upgrading you as you're going through your own healing and things like that. And your energy is raising, your vibration is raising, therefore allowing in higher frequencies in the physical body, the Merkaba, right? So yeah, there was that. I got clear the way and vessel. So, okay, then what I had got as well was Mercury and South Node. So again, I had to look up a little bit about this. I know right away, obviously, a little bit about each. Like your South Node is things from the past lifetimes, things that you were here that you may have got stuck in past lives, imbalances, right, that you've been trying to clear. I thought that was pretty cool in the, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but in Vedic astrology, it's known as K2, I think, Ketu. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's the shadow planet. South node of the moon, also known as tail of the dragon. Basically, what that is the spiritual process of evolution, refinement, of materialization to spirit. Again, it all kind of ties in now why all these finance talks was coming up here, okay? Um, so the color known for that in the Vedic astrology is brown, okay? Basically, a recap to go over what South Node is. It's what your soul is moving away from this lifetime. It's the karmic axis, an imbalance you have incarnated to heal. So your South Node is what you're trying to heal. Things after each lifetime, right? Your North Node is your purpose, what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? So it's the soul aches to leave the South Node because it's been stuck in previous lifetimes. So right now, the message is too, you might be tempted to, kind of cling to the comfort of, again, what have we been talking about? Just, your behaviors, the same patterns, the way you cope with things, mental thinking, mental thoughts, right? But what that's doing is if you're working too much out of your South Node and you're not overcoming it, right? It's causing I don't even know what I just said. It's causing an imbalance, and it's not allowing your life to flow properly, like the current of your life. You have to let it go. Start nurturing your North Node. Again, start stepping into your purpose, okay? Because how you're going to align your South Node and your North Node is by getting over the fears of the South Node, right? Things that you've been previously stuck in lifetimes before. That's why these karmic things, these karmic patterns keep coming up, because you have to learn how to deal and heal with them better, okay? You have to start developing more trust, learning to surrender, okay? And when you start to enter more in your North Node, right, Stop focusing so much on the past, right? Letting all your past mistakes go, things like that. Start focusing on more where you're going, where you're supposed to be in your north node. And when you start doing that, that's how it balances, like I said, and you will find peace and fulfillment. Okay? The South Node also represents what you are destined to release. Okay? A little thing here which might help when it comes to any sort of wounds you have, emotional wounds we're talking about here, okay? What wounds still haunt you? Right now really is the energy, man. It's definitely that kind of more dense energy. It is a time for rest. I actually just myself had to take like a little almost hour and a half, 2 hour nap. You know, I'm up early this morning, but I'm starting to listen to my body instead of pushing myself. Like, yeah, I could have easily just drank a little, caffeine or something, but my team's been working on me with that too, like toning that down. Definitely trying to avoid sugar at all costs right now because it's not helping the body filter out the old, okay? Because again, we're trying to bring in new energies. So clearing the way, clearing the vessel, because when you have a healthier vessel, not only is your body healthier, but your mind is healthier. The overthinking won't happen as much. Whether you're drinking too much coffee in the morning, caffeine, whatever, or you're just eating stuff that's like, you notice it's starting to make you feel tired, right? Like that's what they're talking about. And again, I've really been trying to practice drinking more water myself. Like, I get those bigger like Fiji bottles because it's like, okay, at least if I can drink one of those a day, I'm getting at least the water I need. Because, we're all guilty of it. It's sometimes not drinking enough water. Those who do, props to you. Because, I do more Propel, but it is better to get, regular old water here, without anything else, But anyway, back to this about what you're destined to release, okay? This is a time to reflect on your relationships and situations that have shaped you, okay? Again, going back to your childhood, your mother, your father relationship, your sibling relationships, how it started attracting your partners, whether it's the same sex or opposite sex, okay? Your girlfriends, your boyfriends. This goes for both men and women, right? This was a really cool question that I thought stood out. When you're sitting here reflecting on those things and trying to think of all the patterns, right, that keep popping up in relationships, wounds, what's triggering you, okay? And then notice how if you're responding to the same trigger, we're talking about emotions here, okay? Ask yourself this: what did they ask of you, these relationships, right? And why are the challenges so difficult in these relationships? For example, maybe, you felt like no one was really hearing you, or maybe you felt triggered when people would, I want to say accuse you of something, or tell you that you were being one way when in your heart of hearts, that's not it. Again, here we go with, if you're dealing with someone that was more narcissistic, that was taking out their problems on you and claiming that you were to blame for these things when it was, right? That's the situation. But you also, and we're not just going to talk about the narcissist empath type of abuse, right? You got to take ownership as well for yourself. If in a certain situation that is absolutely false, then you've got nothing to prove to anybody. But if there are areas where you need improvement, where it could be your coping mechanisms or self-sabotaging, right? Overthinking, overworking, overdoing, overgiving, or undergiving, or, or just being, we're all human here, so it's okay to get real with yourself and your team, right? And the divine. Because at the end of the day, that realness and realization of it, how you've been acting, how you cope with things when it comes to emotions, right? It needs to get real because it's not going to heal. And then you got to see what patterns you're doing that are staying the same because it's keeping you stuck. So please check out your South Node in your birth chart. that was one of the first things I ever did when I started, you know, my whole journey. Because it's like, you know, for real, like what, because that's the patterns that are haunting you. So you're going to find a lot of info in there. And again, this is coming up because right now, it's just so funny. Again, South Node, right, relates to the moon. You know, for over here, the moon totem that we got was the owl. Because, you know, when I had sat here with the fire. So it says, a crisis will allow you to look into yourself and make an important revelation. This is part of the message. Okay? This was out of the moon thing that I have. There's different like moon signs, whatever. So this is what wanted to come out, the owl. Again, this whole reading is going to flow from the last one, by the way, because the information I found out was just insane when I was doing this research. Anyways, okay, and then what else got pulled out? This was the first card that did. Focus on the light, 7, 8, 9, 10. Focus on the light, 10. Okay, again, 10 represents what? A completion of a cycle. Right now, they want you to reflect, okay? This is a great time to analyze all of the crises that we just all came out of, aka tower moments, right? Sudden, unexpected changes, or maybe they were expected, or maybe you switched stuff up in your life, right? Either way. I really felt called to pull out of my, as I was shuffling though, my dragons cards. I wanted to use them, and you know, boom, like these were the two here. The blue dragon from the Pleiades prepares you to accept source healing. Again, with the channel message. Clearing the vessel, the light, right? Accept a heart activation. Give and receive heart healing. Again with the blues, look, we got two blues here. And this was so funny as well, okay? Because the earth dragon clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. Clear the vessel. You can move forward in life, okay? But this is a timeout. This is a great time, especially with the full moon, all that energy, like just to sit still and observe and reflect. Okay, but the funny thing is, look at this card, right? Brown and blues. South Node in Vedic astrology, right? The Ketu is the color brown, brown and blue. My dice, brown and blue. I'm sorry, I really do. I love my team. It's just so synchronistic, magical. Like I swear, I get little magical reads. I love it. All right, now on to Mercury real quick, and then we'll get into the reading. But this all has to do with everything. This is part of the message. So Mercury, it was known as the Roman god with wings, with winged feet, messenger of the gods, Hermes, right? He, god of flowers, bouquets, right? A bouquet. Y'all know I was writing this all quick. Bouquet. What is that? Bouquet. Okay. hey. It's ruled by Gemini and Virgo. Again, last time heavy with the Gemini, right? I thought these were fun facts because this kind of, and I'll show you how this goes. So picture this, right? Like life on Mercury. It's the smallest planet, okay? You can't breathe. It's dense, okay? Because it's mainly composed of oxygen. Kind of relating to my video, the last video I did. Remember where I told you this dark, like, thing, and it was trying to suck the life out of me and I couldn't breathe? It is a cratered, rocky surface, the planet, right? And it's kind of like the moon. More like the moon. What do we got here? Your south node's part of a moon, right? The moon, south node, moon. Mercury. Again, it's all tying together. It's the yo, you know, isn't Mercury in retrograde? For real. I gotta Google that because I'm pretty sure it still is. It is, because this is not cool. Anyways, so bear with me here. Mercury's the fastest planet, and it has the shortest distance to travel around the sun, okay? So it has the shortest year of all the planets, 88 days. The other reading, 888, going to be heavy on the 888. 88 days, Mercury. See, it's all tying in, okay? The sun appears 3 times as large as it is viewed on Earth. So it's 7 times brighter. 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 and 3, right there, 10. Again, we're talking about completions here of cycles, okay? I'm like a little math. Sometimes it is really weird. Like, I'm not the best at math, but like my brain is so good at decoding through numbers, and there's all different ways to channel messages, metaphors. You know what I mean? But one of my things is, like I said, and if you're new tuning into the channel, if you haven't seen one of the videos where I said it, I feel like I am Chase on the case. I should have been a detective. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird how, like, these different things, like, I find a code in everything. It is so weird. And I just don't, my brain, it's sometimes it's not a fun place to be, okay? Because let me tell you, but it is true. Now here's how it ties into the other, I don't think it was yesterday's reading, maybe, to be honest, whatever. The last reading that I just did, okay? Mercury has, and because it has an elliptical egg-shaped orbit, in that card, the egg was blue, okay? And then it was the little black feathers around it, the protection one, and then the orange, right? The passions, the desires, whatever, had a little bit of yellow in there, your confidence, right? The irony, Mercury is an egg-shaped, orbit, sluggish rotation. The sun appears to rise briefly, set and rise again from some parts of its planet. So, the same thing happens in reverse. So I'm assuming like a retrograde, right? Here's the thing. So I thought that was so cool there, with it feeling like that sluggish, right? The energy. So like, again, and the sun briefly rising and falling, rising and falling. Again, going through the motions here. Some days you're feeling like, light and bright. And then some days you have those days where you just feel a little extra tired right now, and that's okay. With Mercury though, okay, so enough with the planet though, real quick. So now what Mercury does, it's how you process information, thinking, learning, listening, okay? So this was the advice. Your emotional world is your greatest teacher, but sometimes practice removing your emotional filter from your critical thinking or mind, okay? Problem solving / mentality. So problem solving mentality / critical thinking, okay? And just be and see things as they are methodically, okay? The clearer you get, the wiser your decision making is going to be right now for the energy right now, okay? That's what I took from it. There was a lot I was, getting here, but and then with what I read in my book, I shortened it down, took the most important parts out of what I thought were important for the situation. Mercury helps you to receive messages from your subconscious by connecting it to spells, mantras, any form of channeling or communication. Right there was a reading before where I was saying, like, they really were, and I had no idea why they were heavy on this the past couple of reads about really practicing, again, with your gratitude, your affirmations, manifestations. There was a talk in there about, practicing more playful approaches to life. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty of the actual, because, every day it's going to be something that kind of just ties in more and more, at least how it works for me over here. I don't know, it just kind of flows. And now it's just so funny because, really taking the time out right now, analyze, look back on these relationships you're closing out, or if you still have healing work to do, figure out the triggers, the patterns to it, like for real, the whys, because that's your reactions, your emotional reactions and things like that. Again, when you check out your South Node, maybe it'll start to realize, like, those are the things you're trying to release. You're destined to release the South Node here, people, and, step into it and get into your North Node purpose. I just thought that was so cool, especially with the planet not being able to breathe and it's dense, and it was just like, oh my god, like this was part, my little spiritual attack thingy, but maybe too, sometimes spirit uses you in crazy ways to deliver messages. But again, I still know for a fact that felt more like a warning. And again, if I have to be used as that way to whatever, feeling like these darker entities or sucking life out of you, now it kind of goes into the same thing about Mercury, just to get the message. It's true. Any toxic person in your life that you know is not good for you, you need to leave it behind. And again, that'll come in your own time. So I just thought that was so cool, and it kind of made me feel like a lot better too, because I'm like, okay, because at the end of the day, you know what, for real, you have nothing to worry about. When you're doing the things you need to do, you're, not harming anybody, and you're focusing, you can have as much people as you want in this world, right? Try to knock you down off, your little pedestal. And again, not pedestal even meaning in a smart way, but just because they view you as better than, or a threat, right? Or want to make you a target because they're intimidated. That's not your problem, okay? You let those people be, because at the end of the day, they don't win. What by trying to gain power and control over you and your emotions in your life, what does that do for somebody? I just don't understand it, so I don't entertain it. Maybe that's some good advice for you guys too. Like, don't entertain it. It is good to talk about though. That's huge, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about these things, but let's not get lost in the sauce of talking about it. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes that can keep you, again, stuck, right? Stuck. You don't want to get stuck in the emotions right now. Their advice really was, take yourself out of your emotional body right now, rise above it. Stop with the overcritical thinking and trying to figure out how to solve something, right? Let it breathe, let it flow, and clear your mind and energy. Don't make rash decisions right now, because you'll have more of a clear, wise approach if you take the time to sit on information, right? Maybe before you were the type of person that just jumped right away. You just reacted, right? You didn't even take the time to, like pause. Wait, hold up. Before I respond to this, or, whatever, like you just kind of, poof, you were on it, okay? So maybe that's just an example, We've all been there. Authentic truth, inner voice. Haha, funny. And the one that fell out here was let your light shine. Exactly. Be you. Let your light shine. Let other people who, listen, I'm not saying our feelings don't still get hurt when people are not so kind to you, but at some point you need to learn how to tune them out. They don't, what's that? See, look, every time I try to do a quote, man, it's a cute one too. I can't. What matters doesn't mind, and what mind doesn't matter. Whatever. That's the one I'm talking about. I know a lot of people probably know that one, okay? That's the one I was trying to do here. But it didn't work out so well. But yeah, again, being authentically you, speaking your truth, stepping into, if you're going to try to balance yourself too, right? Not just the divine masculine and feminine in us, right? Balance your north and south node, because that's the past, which you're destined to clear. The north node is where you are meant to be this lifetime. Balance it out. Start to focus more on the future, not the past. Stay in the present. Stay in the present. Don't get ahead of yourself, right? But give yourself a day or two to rest. And we all know with this, the full moon, it does come with that heavy energy too, just because what are we doing? The moon, it's at the end of a cycle. The full moon's towards the end of the cycle, right? We're clearing, so we can allow the new. The Six of Swords. Yeah, you are moving to calmer waters, folks. I don't know why I'm talking like this right now. I don't know which one I'm channeling right now, folks. I swear to God, I do not talk like this. I say peeps once in a while as a joke, but I don't say folks. So yeah. Six of Swords, Queen of Cups. Do two more. Nine of Cups. All right, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Slow, methodical steps, right? But not just steps towards your, again, finances, physical things, practical things, earthly things, right? That's what pentacles are. But in this sense, I really do too. I feel like it's those methodical thinking steps, taking the little pauses slowly, okay? When you're reflecting on, emotional things when it comes to do with your responses, right? To how you've been in relationships. And this is all relationships, because I do feel like this is more of a reading just for the viewer. At least that's where I think it's going. Because again, it's a time for you to do a review. Take the time out. This is about you right now, not somebody else. And again, being more in touch with the feminine side. We got the Queen of Cups here. You are headed towards your wish fulfillments. You really are. The Nine of Cups here, it's a peacock, and it's just like you're ready to shine your light. You're ready to show people the real you, the inside, your soul, the beauty of you on the inside and the outside. And the peacock is he's a proud dude here, okay? When he shines, and he's going to make the whole world know it, okay? He don't care what other people are saying, because you know what? They're over there. They probably got the brown feathers. Look how pretty his are. But he worked for those feathers. And he was just born that way. And we all are born with what's the word? We all are given the opportunity to create, ourselves to be, what am I trying to say here? We all have the potential. We all have the potential to be this peacock, okay? To feel as beautiful as this peacock looks on the inside and out, okay? But it's the people who put in the time and the dedication and the self-awareness and realness that it takes to go and take that deep dive in. And I don't really care if anyone it's the truth. We all have the potential to carry greater light codes, higher frequencies. We all have the possibility tomorrow, today, right now, to start raising our vibration. But it is steps. It is a process. It's not just going to be like, oh yeah, what? It's just not. And I'm going to get real with you. It's just not. You have to be dedicated to yourself, your growth, your self-growth. And everybody that's watching this obviously is that type of person. So everyone has the potential to be this and to feel this and get all of their wishes come true, because at the end of the day, you create your life. You have that ability to do that, but it does come with clearing out things, right, that we've carried from lifetimes. Things in the DNA, the blood, the bloodline, our families. Like, this is real shit, and I just don't think you should feel guilt, because I feel like there's some guilt about you moving forward to calmer waters. I do feel like there's some guilt about, possibly having to, at least for a while, don't ever think of something as you permanently ending something, right? With whether it's family, a friend, whatever is being taken, again, let it go. It doesn't mean, if you're not getting along with your family right now, or, a certain friend or whoever in your life that is significant, it could be your kids, for the people that are watching that have kids that are older or younger, shit, that don't matter, age don't matter, whatever is kind of not working out right now in a relationship sense that's bringing you some sort of sadness, it's okay. You know, if there has to be a break for some period of time, because you have to take care of yourself first. You know, we can't change other people. The only thing we can change is ourselves, and then the only thing we can do is show and be an example, you know, for others that it is possible to change. Some people choose not to, and that's okay, but I really never liked that whole a zebra never changes its stripes thing. That was something that my grandmother used to say, that told my mom, who said it to, you know, our family. I am a walking example on certain aspects of my life that you can change. You guys are walking examples for people, you know, breaking the barriers here. Like, nothing is impossible, you guys. And that's the purpose of what we're doing. You know, you are leading by example in your own life, in your own communities, at your jobs, in your homes, if you're moms, if you're dads, like even in your sibling situations or your family situations, whether you're an uncle, you're an aunt. My bad. Yeah, okay. But you get the point. Don't feel bad if people decided not to take this journey with you, or not be so accepting of you making these changes, and they want to make you feel bad for stepping into this, we'll call it peacock energy. You worked for the stuff that you're going to receive. I just really saw like a flat, like it's coming. Your blessings are for you. You created them, you manifested them, and you've put in the work for them. And I really like where this reading is going, because I'm going to tell you, we've all had enough of the BS. I know I personally have, because you know what? I was just like, look, I don't want to do, like, you know, but I'm glad they more directed it this way as well. Because I think we all need an uplifting message right now, you know what I mean? Yeah. I already shuffled all these cards. I don't even know why I just did that. Like, what are we doing here? Manifestation. Like I said, man. Gosh, my team never, they always confirm. Spiritual growth. Truth and integrity. New beginnings. Telling you, it has everything to do with that. Start creating new mantras for yourself, new affirmations, but also when you're reflecting, here's a good idea too. What are the first things, right, that your soul is attracted to? When you're first writing those, you know, like affirmations or mantras or whatever, right, like I am, blah, blah, that's your key right there. What you're writing is how you want to feel, right? So if you're feeling like, you know, you are saying you want to be confident or just about, those are keys to figuring out part of your self node shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your first, just sit with yourself and ask yourself. When you really take one person at a time, man. Like I literally had to do the same thing all these years. Like I focused on one person in my family at a time. Swear to God. But I would try to see, like, okay, what was my part in this? What was their part? What was my truth? What was not? How did it make me feel? If you have to do that one step at a time, but again, even what your body is listening to, what's making it, you know, it's usually the things that you need to hear and need to look a little more into, right? Trust yourself. Body care. I told you. Clearing the vessel, man. Your Merkaba. Make sure you're surrounding yourself in that gold light and diamond light, okay? All right, what else here? Again, I want to keep it on a lighter, brighter note, so, okay. All right, we're going to do, I said one of these. Because I think the other ones, yeah. Joy, okay? Joy. Look at her riding that dolphin in the wave. Yes. And dolphins are just so cute, aren't they? They love to play. They're so cute. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Yo, stop playing with me. And see, I'm all sweaty because when I channel, I sweat. So I'm like, ugh. But it's the sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible level. I'm telling you guys, they are heavy on this. So again, if you have any, check out your South Node and where Mercury is in your chart as well. It's going to give you some clues right now. It might be helpful. Ground yourself, just a little, reminder there at the bottom of the deck there. Okay, so they want me to do, all right, we're almost done here. 35, I'm not going to worry about the time anymore, okay, either, so. I heard 2 for this one. Nothing will come of the situation, void of course moon. South Node. South Node. That's exactly what this is. Look at that, hold on. Nothing will come, it's a void, right? Nothing will come of the situation. Don't repeat the same patterns here, guys. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Yeah, because look, the overthinking is going to get you in that dark place again. The depression. There is a warning here about depression. Watching that, okay? It's okay to be sad, but do not let yourself get so caught up in it. I've been there. I understand severe depression. It's not a fun place to be when you can't even get or have the motivation to want to get out of bed. And the other one that came out was meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. Again, meditate and contemplate. Absolutely, your hard work is paying off. Keep hanging there. Just hang in there. Because I do feel like this energy is trying to just clear itself out. But reflect. Reflect. Definitely reflect. All right. Trust the universe. First quarter moon in Aquarius. New moon in Scorpio, go deeper. And first quarter moon in Leo, be humble. Exactly. Okay, well, not like you guys can see it, but whatever. Okay, I just covered it anyway. But yeah, again, with the go deeper and trust the universe, they really do, guys. They want you to take a look into that South Node and reflect on relationships right now. That is heavy with the message. Don't react. Stop and think. Slow, practical. Get yourself out of the emotions before you make responses. All right, and then we're going to end it out with, I want to do a little happy one here, so a little heart one, and then these ones, and then just the way I always end it, okay? So how many? Oh no, I heard 3. Okay, all right, we got trust. You're looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessings interwoven within the event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. Again, with the everything is possible, because it is. I'm sorry, guys, bear with me with the whole throat thing here. I haven't really coughed all day, but we're getting this positive message out. I don't care. Invitation. We, your guardian angels, ask you to invite us into your heart. Talk to us at any time. Share with us your fears and concerns, as well as your joys and pleasures. There is no need to be formal, for we have known you since before the dawn of time. In fact, we know you better than you know yourself, and we love you just as you are. Again, I said earlier, really, the only person that you need to get serious with and be honest with is yourself and the divine. So even if you sit there and you're doing all your journaling and you're really reflecting, be so honest, because you know what? It's the only way you're going to really heal. And I don't know why I feel the need to say about really getting real here, like deeper, deeper, deeper. I feel like, I just hear surfacey. Like, so someone may just like be starting to really step into like, some really like diving into their patterns and things like that, or trying to figure these things out. But again, you do have to take an approach of where, okay, you gotta really take a look at yourself and the other person. Again, find out the truths about that, right? Being honest. Okay, well, maybe this person says that you're like this. Well, okay, are you sometimes though? It's okay. Like maybe someone says you're a little too snippy sometimes, or like you come off like really aggressive, right? I get that all the time. I'm an Aries. My passion turns into what people think is aggressive. But like even right now, that's just how I am. But sometimes I have to realize, right? It comes off like that, even though I don't mean it to. That's an example. Really listen to what others have said to you as well as criticism, but constructive criticism, right? I mean, I'm sure not everybody was so constructive about it. I'm sure again, but if it would be a lot easier if we could just be more with the constructive criticism than just straight up hate, I don't know, whatever. About the guardian angels, we each have at least one guardian angel who lovingly oversees all the events of our lives. Guardian angels are messengers of light whose divine mission is to protect and guide humanity along its sacred journey. Their love for each of you is unconditional. So no matter what you do or don't do, you are always worthy of their love. It's a big one too. Not feeling worthy sometimes, No, you are. Do one here. Words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. Exactly, it's the mindset, which didn't I just talk about this in another video too? Swear to God here. I really did, saying how when it comes to financial matters, that is one of the hardest things, in my opinion, to really stay positive with as well. Because sometimes we don't have control over that, right? Or, being mindful, like, when you're paying a bill, man, really be grateful that you can. Oh my God, like, keep burping. Really be grateful that you can, though. I started doing that. I was like, as I'm writing out my check or whatever, whatever, I was like, thank you, sending you off with love, That's what I'm saying. Looking at a difference, don't look at it like a chore or like it's a hassle. It is the mentality around money that needs to change here. And I just want to say change here again, people, and I don't know why, okay? So again, bear with me. Partnership. Allow yourself. What? Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So yes, you are on your way to whatever that is again. Friendship, partnership, business. A person that you could walk into, like say you're doing a meditation class, right? And you walk in there and you know what? You meet somebody, right? And this person says something that is exactly what you needed to hear. That's the kind of stuff. Those are the magical fun moments to me too, because it's like, oh my God, like this is what, like the universe and the divine uses messengers in that way too, and we're going to do just that one. I fell out, so here we go. Dearest you, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you are brave and you will have courage. Act as if you are loved and you will be a magnet for love. And experience the love of spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered. As if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world. again, confirmation, man. Yeah, how you think is how you will see the world, interact with it, and draw conclusions from it. Again, with the message about overthinking and trying to problem solve, right? Stop doing that. Stop doing the same thing you were doing. Take a pulse to look at it differently. Slow down. A more methodical approach here, okay? At least just for a little bit when you're reflecting on this stuff, right? If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if that's the very truth. Which is, it's tough to get into that, you know, but keep doing it. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seem empty or cavernous, chaotic, or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. Defy them and act as if you're the luckiest person on the planet. You will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. You are in infinite potential. I love them. I love them. I love them. You guys, this is so true. For real. I said, get in your peacock power. Okay? We all have the potential to be the peacock. Okay? With all your wishes coming true, all your emotional wishes, all your material wishes, your life, just life, how you want it to go. So getting that peacock power, you know. I think I might put a little peacock emoji on here, but yeah, when I put up the video, because it's true. Be proud, be proud, be proud, and don't be afraid. Where was that? About shining your light. Oh man, what did I do with that card? Whatevs, dude. Yeah, I don't know where it went. That's a good point, though. Oh, right here. Exactly. Let your light shine. Stand in your... I did it again, guys. Oh my god. I had the card backwards. Whatever, okay? Let your light shine and stand in your peacock pride and power and just potential, okay? All right, and I think I'm going to end it there because I just want to keep it on a light and fun note for that one. But yeah, if you guys could, again, like the video, subscribe, share, whatever. It is really, really helpful. I appreciate everyone who already has, and I appreciate all your guys' comments because, for real, like, it's times like that that, like, makes me smile and happy. Like, okay, that's so cool, like, you know, or, like, just whatever. I love hearing, you know, just what you guys have gone through, too. So, or currently going through. But yeah. All right. Thank you.